Dear students, followers, and learners, how are you? I hope you are well and hearty by the grace of Almighty Allah. Hence, we are also fine, and we are trying our best to cope with the situation of pandemic corona because it has damages our times and educations. Dear students, you know that we have been conducting classes through online because of pandemic corona. Okay. Uh, in our previous class, we have discussed some basic rules of degree of comparison. Basically, I have discussed with you two basic rules: no other and very few, and different forms of comparative and superlative if there is no other and very few in sentences. Okay. For example, in case of no other, we can say that in comparative will be then any other, and in superlative will be subject plus the plus superlative form of verb. Now, adjective. Okay. And in case of very few, plus noun plural. Okay. Then in comparative will be then most other. Okay. Then most other, and in superlative there will be one of them. Okay, this is the gist of these rules. Okay, but there remain only one rule, as okay, and we this rule is very common. We most of us know about these rules. Okay, it is there is no other and very few. There will be only as and the form of adjective. Okay, for example, Kamal is as wise as Jamal. So here is as in the middle of the as there is an adjective. Okay, so we have to know this rule. The learners, remember that in case of as, if the sentence is in affirmative, then in comparative it will be in negative. Got the point? If in positive, in case of positive degree, if the sentence is in affirmative, then in comparative it will be in negative. Okay, and if there is in the affirmative, in the positive degree, if there is in negative form, then in comparative it will be in negative form. Okay, so there is no other rule, only as. Okay, so we can transform this sentence into comparative. Dear student, you have also remembered that these sentences have no superlative degree of its own. If you want to transform into superlative, then we have to go to the rule of no other. Got the point? It has no superlative degree of its own. If you wanted to transform into superlative, then it will be in the rule of no other. Subject plus verb plus the plus superlative form of the adjective. Okay. For example, he is the best boy. Like this. Okay. So it has two forms, positive and comparative, and in superlative it will be in the form of no other. Okay, Kamal is as wise as Jamal. Kamal is as wise as Jamal. Here the key word is Jamal. Okay, that means Kamalo Jamaler moto gyani. So in comparative, as it is in positive, it is in affirmative. So in comparative, it will be in the negative form. Okay, so Jamal is not wiser than Kamal. Got the point? So in comparative, we can write Jamal is not wiser than Kamal. Okay, it is comparative form of this sentence. Okay, as this positive is in affirmative and comparative became in negative. Okay, another example is in negative. You are not as strong as he. You are not as strong as he. Here as is the sign of comparison and strong is adjective. Okay, and it is in positive mode. Okay, in negative sentence. So you are not as strong as he. So in comparative we can say he is. will be in affirmative. He is stronger. He is stronger than you. He is stronger than you. Done. Okay. So in case of SS, there will be two sentences, positive and comparative, and one sentence will be the controverts of others. Okay. If positive is in affirmative mode, then comparative will be in negative mode. And if positive is in negative mode, then comparative will be in the affirmative mode. Got the point? Okay. Okay, these three rules is the basic rules of degree of comparison. Okay, dear students, we have already completed three rules, no other, very few SS. Okay, beside this, I want to keep you in practice following these two sentences. Okay, Keats was one of the romantic poets in the world. You may heard the name of Keats. John Keats, it is a famous poet in the world of English literature. He is called a sensuous poet of English literature. So Keats was one of the romantic poets in the world. We know that as there is one of the, it is in superlative form. Okay, and it is in the rule of very few, because we know that in case of very few, in superlative would be one of them. So in positive we can say very few poets in the world, oh yeah, as the sentence in past form. Okay, very few poets in the world, oh yeah, as romantic as Keats. Very few poets in the world are as romantic as Keats. Okay, it is positive form. And in comparative, Keats was uh, Keats was more romantic than most other poets in the world. Keats was, as it is more than one syllable, in comparative will be more romantic. Keats was more romantic than most other poets in the world. Okay, Dhaka is the largest city in Bangladesh. Okay, largest. So we know that it is also as it is the plus superlative form of adjective. It is in the rule of superlative degree, and we know that this kind of structure, the plus superlative form adjective, will be in the rule of no other. So we can say that in positive, no other city in Bangladesh is as large as Dhaka. Okay, and in comparative, Dhaka is larger than any other cities in Bangladesh. Dhaka is larger than any other city in Bangladesh. Dear students, this is the total rules of degree, and you have to practice this. You have to transform one degree from into another degree. Okay, so that you can get a clear idea about degrees. Okay, that's all about for the time being. Thanks for your patient hearing and watching. Thank you.